Rookies! Yay!
All right, it's Season Rookies Podcast. My name is Prez.
Jay.
Nelly.
And we are...
Season Rookies.
Rookies. So, this is Punted, week number 3. But this week we're actually going to start off just showing a little bit of remembrance for a real up-and-coming pitcher, Jose Fernandez.
Yep. Strikeout king of the NL. 24 years old. His boat capsized and hit the rocks. And there's photos of it on Instagram, and I saw it, and it wasn't good.
Really? I never saw any photos, actually.
Yeah, it's on Instagram, and his boat basically was... It's upside down on a rock, essentially.
On the rocks?
Yeah, so he had no chance. There was no life jackets on board. And they say he was drinking before. ESPN's had a story saying that he was at the bar before a couple hours. Mm-hmm. Maybe he was with those buddies that ended up dying too.
Yeah.
What else? Something else. Although I heard a cool story. Not that the whole thing's good, but I heard on the boat he had baseballs in a bag that he signed.
Right. And it got washed
and they got washed ashore, and somebody found him.
Right.
And picked them up or whatever.
Yeah.
With the autograph still and somewhat
intact.
Yeah.
Those are going to be worth that.
Yeah, man.
Penny.
It's like, I'm sure they're probably going to do like autopsy or toxicology reports to figure out exactly how it crashed. And I'm sure they're going to have people on the scene. But it was sad to see it. I saw a picture of his girlfriend and, you know, how she's pregnant. And, you know, it was a sad day on Sunday, waking up to see that type of news for sure.
No doubt. He was definitely upcoming. He was like a 2-time All-Star twice.
And Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Early in his career. When actually, Jay, you called me in the morning and told me, and instantly I was just like, wow. One thing that comes to mind is strikeouts. I remember being in Toronto and you know, Jay territory, and he was someone who I didn't get a chance to see pitch at all, really, to tell you the honest truth. I really didn't when he was on the mound. I was very familiar with his name due to the fact that when I'm checking stats, and I'm always seeing him near the top in strikeouts. And so strikeouts is something that always really resonated with me. I was like, wow, this guy, I recognize he's a young player, and he was up and coming.
Very up and coming.
Hall of Famer, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Did you guys watch that game yesterday? How like they're all wearing his number? All the
right,
teammates.
16, right?
And they were all like crying, like hitting home runs and bawling. We had to run them out, like just an emotional time. You can tell like when someone dies and it just affects them. Like someone dies on your team, and then 36 hours later you have to play a game. You know what I mean? A match. So yeah, kudos to the teammates as well to actually go through with that game, right? Because it's hard to play when you're in that type of mentality, right? You're sad and you're upset about, and also confused about why it would happen. So hopefully, I'm sure when they have more information, the police, of course, they'll release it. So, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, it's just, I guess, have a little quick moment of silence just for Jose Fernandez. And
Arnold Palmer.
And Arnold Palmer.
Mr.
Golfer.
And the CFL guy that was
the guy from Toronto. I'm sorry, that's Calgary. Toronto, but from Calgary Stampeders. Yeah, he got shot on the weekend as well. Yeah.
So crazy.
All right. So let's go into Punted. Week number 3, we're going to recap. We're going to start off where we ended off last podcast. There was 3 games on the docket.
you mean like our predictions for week 3? Sorry.
The predictions, yeah.
You know why? Because last week we ended with it.
Right.
And now we're starting with it. Okay, I'm confusion. Okay, cool.
Right.
What we disagreed on?
Yeah, what you disagreed on this week.
Okay.
I'm going to get into that. So first, right at the top, there's 3 games. One you won outright. No tiebreaker this week.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't think it was me. I think I lost. But well,
First one, Bengals Broncos.
Yes.
yeah, you
Jay, you took the Bengals. Nelly, you took the Broncos. That was 29-17 for the Broncos.
Yo, the Broncos, like what I said last week, like their defense, they forced fumbles, forced interceptions. Like they were all over the Bengals. The Bengals didn't play bad. I just think the defense just played better. Like I think their team isn't an awful team, but Denver is just a better team. And Simeon had 4 touchdowns. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Madness. Saunders had 2. Thomas had 1. Yeah, they like the entire team came out and played. I loved it. Jay.
Cincinnati sucks. It's really that
No,
simple.
but you were saying that Dalton was gonna.
I know. I thought they would actually show up for a game at home too. But I guess he didn't want to. You know, I just Andy Dalton just his hair color matches the jersey. It just pisses me off. Like,
It really does.
this guy
though.
really just makes me so mad when I watch him play. Like, just get off the field. Oh,
Andy Dalton is a very frustrating quarterback because he has potential to be better and he doesn't play to that potential every week. He's very inconsistent.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
brutal.
Well, Jay, you got punted.
Yeah.
Thank you, Denver.
All right, that's number 1. Number 2, Eagles Steelers. 34-3.
That blow up.
Damn.
Philly. Jay, talk to her.
You got punted.
Yo,
There's no explanation.
there's none. Honestly,
Blow from beginning to end.
did you watch that game, right? You watched it?
Oh yeah, I watched the whole thing.
So I was watching this game and I'm like, did some alien invasion happen on the Pittsburgh? Did some alien kind of go into everyone's bodies? Like Ben was like doing stuff. Like it was an awful. I think it's the worst I've ever seen Pittsburgh play offensively in my entire life. Right. But I got to give respect to Philly. Like, you know, I thought once I called you out, I said your first loss. But guess what? You showed Nelly. You showed me, boy.
Pittsburgh couldn't run the ball. They couldn't pass.
That
They
was
couldn't
their
play
issue.
D. They couldn't even turn over the ball properly.
I think Pittsburgh only had 29 rushing yards or under that.
Yeah.
Levon Bell to come back. Like, yeah, 29 rushing yards for an entire game. That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly's defense.
It's crazy. Game. I already punted her off at the beginning of that segment.
Yeah, he did. He was like, Janelle punted. No
There
explanation.
was no explanation. We didn't need to talk about that game. We just could have just moved on. I mean, you just look at the scoreboard and you were like,
Oh
okay.
my goodness, embarrassment.
All right, third up, final one. Chargers, Colts.
Yes.
26-22, the Colts.
Yo, that
over
came
the
to the
Chargers.
wire.
Nelly,
Oh,
talk to him.
So you pick Chargers like every week.
'cause I love
So
flop
they're
burgers.
about to lose. Yeah, it was eventually they're gonna flop for you, bro. Because you picked Chargers the first 3 weeks already. Yeah,
I
you
did.
did. Yeah,
I did.
You love you some Phillip Rivers. I mean, they didn't play it bad, but I picked Colts again because they're home and Luck had to win, and I felt like Denver's defense, I mean, was better last week, and I think Luck could have handled it. But yeah, like Andrew Luck, like I thought, would come through at the very end, and they won the last quarter. So,
That was an Indy, right?
yeah, it was in Indianapolis.
I don't know. It's Chargers are a different team. Like one week they're like the best team in the NFL. Next week they're like a CFL team.
But one factor you forgot was that Gates was out that game.
Oh, I don't care about Gates. That doesn't play into my decision because he's like 38 years old. I don't. I always just Rivers. I think
Okay.
I didn't pick him because Antonio Gates. He's old. Like I've given up on him.
No, but I'm saying, but if Gates was playing, I think
Oh,
Chargers
maybe
would have
he-
won.
Oh, maybe.
But Gates, because he was out that day, like he was injured, he's always getting injured. That's why you can't really. And Gates is like his number one touchdown guy. He's big, he's strong, and he goes up and catches the balls every time, right? So he's
Yeah.
a threat on any defense. You know what I mean?
They're a hard team to pick. I don't know.
Yeah.
Chargers are just all over the map.
Well, Jay, you got punted.
A little bit of history here for a second.
Andy Dalton,
Quick question.
dye your hair or something.
What's the longest punt in NFL history? Take a guess.
85 yards.
85. I would say like 70.
Wait, hold on. Punt.
Punt.
Okay, what? Like in air or on top of the bounce and the roll?
Recorded punt. So punt with the roll and everything.
That changes my whole. Yeah, 85.
I'll say 70.
Longest punt in NFL history, 1969, Jets against the Broncos.
Okay.
They call from a 1-1.
99
The
yards?
Jets punter from his own 1 yard line kicked it 75 yards in the air, and it rolled like a ground ball to the 1 yard line.
Wow.
98 yards in total recorded.
98 yards.
That's crazy.
Only thing worse than that 98-yard field goal or punt was Jay's prediction last week to Nelly about how he's going to go undefeated.
And
Oh, yeah.
and he'll give me
give
me
you-
one in week 10.
When
Yeah.
you-
But that guy
when
who
you-
punted that ball did steroids, clearly.
When you go back to back and you win, and you profess that you're going to,
No, I said I would give her one. I'll give her a week.
well,
No,
So this is her week.
I don't
you said
think
week
you
10.
gave
No,
this
you
one.
give me nothing.
You
You give me
didn't give it-
I
nothing.
picked the Chargers on the road. And I picked the
that's your
redhead
fault,
QB
though.
from Cincinnati
but no one asked you to pick
against the
those
best
teams.
defense in the NFL. I clearly, I gave this week to you. I
You
picked
gave me
Andy
nothing,
Dalton.
yo. You said you want
I
to give
gave
me
you
week
a-
10. You're like, you know what, You know what, Nelly? I'll give you week 10.
I gave you a guy who's whiter than snow and has hair like the color of his jersey. Okay, over at
my
the best
gosh.
defense
Anyways,
in the NFL.
all
Like
I'm
that
saying,
was
all I'm saying is that
here.
know,
You can have this win.
whatever. I took it. I ran with it. Okay, like Simeon, like Sounders. I took that ball and ran with it. There was
It's-
no giving me anything.
It's 2-1, and it's a game right now.
It's a
it's not even
game.
close.
She's on your heels.
No.
She's on your
On your
heels.
No,
I'm on
no,
your
no,
heel,
no.
bro. Don't forget, last week we're tied, but because of that kind of weird, kind of prez, kind of scoring thing, I lost. But it's all good.
All right, so now into some downplay. First down I want to talk about is Belichick.
The Godfather. No, I think Belichick is. I mean, I know. So funny how Jay was saying that Belichick has people spying on other teams, which he probably does, because there's no reason why he does what he does. Like, how does he know these teams so well? Like, if you watch the Houston game, they didn't score a point, not one, not even a safety, not even a field goal. They scored nothing. Like that's embarrassing. I think as an NFL team, you can't score not even a field goal. Like, why are you playing? Why are you here?
He's got some good cameras set up. I don't know. Not much more to say.
But Belichick, though, put any QB in there and they're going to win. So
Pretty much.
Do you still rate Tom Brady?
Okay.
No, I rate him, but I'm saying, like, people like last week were saying, yo, like, if third string quarterbacks are winning like this, is Belichick
But they
really
still
the
have
mastermind?
Gronkowski. Yeah, probably Tom Brady's the best QB ever.
Okay, so
I think it's a great QB, but now I'm saying with like seeing how they are playing without Tom Brady, I think the key to success is having always a good defense.
Yeah, but I think Belichick's the greatest coach ever too. So like, hand in
Absolutely,
hand.
the combination. I think the defense, Belichick and Tom together is just
And you know why? Matt Castle. Remember he had a career in New England.
Right.
Went to Kansas City. Where is he now? He's not in the
Right.
league anymore.
yep.
Boom.
So what do you say about Brady? What makes Brady, or what does Brady have that's special? Because he's not exactly
Composure.
quick. Sorry?
Composure. He'll stand
Okay.
in the pocket. He knows where everyone is when he's in the pocket. Like he's never gets sacked.
Right.
Like ever.
He gets
Now,
sacked.
that-
I think he gets sacked.
No,
but
I mean,
also,
like-
not as often as other
The
quarterbacks.
O line in New
But
England's
he's
never
lying.
been amazing. Like he never gets hurt either. He knows when to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tony Romo has the greatest O line in the NFL. You know, he's hurt every other day.
Right.
There's a reason. Like Tom Brady, he's aware. His awareness. He knows how to make the right play at the right time. He
Now,
doesn't have the
but thing is-
strongest arm. Like he can't air it
Yeah,
out.
he's not Aaron
He's
Rodgers.
not
Because
caught-
no.
he doesn't have Randy Moss anymore. Like there's nobody really air it out to.
But I do think like his decision making, I give that all to Belichick. I think him being coached by Belichick has made him better. Keep in mind, he was drafted at the bottom of the pack, right? And coming into the NFL, he was seeing a psychologist to help him to because he was always depressed and he had a bad what's it called he was suffering with anxiety in college.
Who's this?
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
I
but
knew
Drew
about
Bledsoe
this.
was the QB before.
No, but I'm saying though, Tom Brady had anxiety issues prior to the NFL. I think being under Belichick, he was able to mold him and make him who he is now. I think Tom Brady has rawness that any quarterback could have, but I think Belichick has created this monster. I think personally, if you put Peyton Manning in there, Aaron Rodgers, anyone else, they do exactly what he's done.
No.
I think you put any quarterback, and not just average. I'm talking about like Put Aaron Rodgers with Belichick. I think it would be the same result. Put Peyton Manning, I think it would be the same result. Because Belichick has always had a great defensive mind and understands the other team's philosophy. And that's why he will show you your weakness and pound it.
It's his system.
I'm going to know. Whatever. I'm not going to argue this.
No.
Every person I've ever talked to hates Tom Brady. So
No. I respect Tom Brady. I'm just saying, I think Tom Brady's a great quarterback, but I'm saying you can't deny the fact that if you put any other quarterback in there, I think Aaron Rodgers and Peyton will be in the same place as Tom Brady right now.
What do you mean same place?
Like rings everything. Rings wins all that stuff. I think so.
Belichick has a great system.
Great system. And Tom Brady fits well because of his composure. Yes, he's skilled.
Tom Brady won the Super Bowl his first year he ever stepped in foot.
With Belichick. And number one defense in the league.
All right. But then what happened the next year? They didn't make the playoffs.
I know that, but I'm saying best defenses win. Look up Denver Broncos this year. Like defenses win you games. That's a fact. I'm not saying, listen, no one's bashing Tom Brady. All I'm saying is that you have to now consider the fact that Belichick is a great coach. Tom Brady's great, but I think Tom Brady, Belichick, and the defense combined is why.
So who's greater, Brady, Rodgers, or Peyton Manning?
That's debatable. I think people, if looking at rings, you pick Tom Brady. If looking at post snap,
forget rings.
Throw rings out the window. Post snap, you
pretend they had none of them have any rings.
I would say from what I've seen on the field, Aaron Rodgers. No. I personally,
he's out of control. Aaron Rodgers sometimes.
I think look what he can do.
Tom Brady is never out of control. He's never ever out of control.
No, I'm talking about like on the field what Aaron Rodgers can do with the football, distance, accuracy. Tom Brady can't do that. I've never seen Tom Brady throw a Hail Mary. Have you? In NFL before? A Hail Mary.
Okay. Can we go back to who is Tom Brady's receivers that he's ever had?
Mm-hmm.
Can you name?
Walker.
Oh my God.
You don't look Walker? Randy Moss? Really?
Okay. Randy Moss for how many seasons?
2.
Right. Can you name all the receivers that Aaron Rodgers has had? Can you imagine if Tom Brady had even more than one Randy Moss for 2 years? Can you imagine if he had Jordy Nelson his whole career?
But
could you imagine if he had Donald Driver his whole year? Could you imagine if he had who Randall Cobb his whole career?
But keep in mind,
do you know who the Super Bowl MVP was in when he won his second Super Bowl?
No, who was it?
Do you know who Deion Branch is?
Yeah, I remember Deion Branch.
Do you know what his highest career reception or yards in one season is?
I remember that season.
900. Can you imagine if Tom Brady had receiving cores his whole career? Like his whole career, I'm talking from beginning to end. Like Aaron Rodgers has had, like Peyton Manning has had with Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer, Reggie Wayne, Hall of Famer, Dallas Clark, Hall of Famer.
But keep in mind, Jay, that Belichick's system has always been running backs and defense. That's been a system from day one.
But you just said about airing it out for a Hail Mary.
All I'm saying is that what Aaron Rodgers can do with a football, Tom Brady can't do.
That's what I'm saying. He can. When he had Randy Moss, what do you mean? When he had Randy Moss, he had the most 50 plus. Well,
Randy Moss is one of the greatest wide receivers, right? So
and that's what I'm saying.
If Aaron Rodgers had a Randy Moss,
think of the receivers New England has
Jordy
right now.
Nelson's not a Randy Moss. Let's be real here. He's great.
No, but you
not
can air it out to Jordy Nelson.
Yeah,
he's got height.
I get that. All I'm saying is that no one's bashing Tom Brady. He's great.
I'm not bashing. I know that.
But Belichick, I'm asking you a question though. Yeah, I was saying Belichick is a big factor. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's where I disagree. But anyways, that's cool. Whatever.
Okay.
All right.
The NFC East. Second down. 2nd and 10. Right? Or was there a flag on the play? So it's 2nd and 15.
Oh my goodness.
Encroachment. The NFC East is pretty interesting right now. Philly, Wentz, defense.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, Dak, offensive line and running back.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants are 2-1.
Yeah.
And they're playing well, and then Washington's just being Washington. So
yeah, they're 1-2 now.
It seems like the rookies are stepping in right now and taking that division by storm. And it's not just Philly; it's even Dallas now. It's like, what do you do with Romo?
Right.
When he comes back, do you keep him, or do you just send him right back to the hospital? Like I don't know. Like what do you do? You know what I mean? Like,
if I saw Tony Romo on the sidelines of that Dallas game, he looked like nervous. He was just like this. He's like,
I lost my job.
He's just like shaking his head, like I hope I get my he's scared. Tony Romo, but like you said last week, Jerry Jones. I mean, that's his boy.
Yeah, Romo he'll be in there next week.
You know what I mean? But
then Dallas will be like 2-12 or whatever.
But all I'm saying is that Tony Romo, I think when he comes back, if he doesn't play well that one game,
they're gonna want his head on a stick for sure. Yeah, Dallas is gonna be like,
he's done.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. But do you think that, like, I think Roman's also mentoring Dak. Like, I think he's highly involved. Like, I see him talking.
He's probably
to Dak.
hoping that he turns over the ball every once in a while.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, throw it to that guy that's wearing that jersey. It's like, oh, okay.
Throw it to the guys. No. Philly's defense, Redskins offense was really good this week. Dallas's offense, yes. Giants, they played actually the Redskins, and that was a close game too. Like, that was down to the wire. And Eli threw 2 picks in the fourth quarter. He threw 2 picks, and that's why they won. Yeah, that decided the game. So their defense stepped up, and Eli he threw a pick in the end zone. Yeah, but OBJ played well though against Josh Norman. That was the biggest thing, like Josh versus Norman versus Odell Beckham. You know,
he had another tantrum again.
Yeah, he had a tantrum. I think the fence hit his face. Yeah, that was all over the internet. Like, it was so bad.
Oh, when he kicked the field goal thing?
Yeah. So what team do you think will come out NFC East? Do you think?
Like Philly or New York?
You think Philly or New York?
Eventually.
At Philly.
Well, Philly for me, but I'm saying I'm going to be realistic. New York's probably going to be second.
I think if Philly could continue this, Philly. But
if Victor Cruz isn't hanging out with Tony Romo at the emergency, then yeah, okay. Then yeah, for sure, maybe the Giants will.
All right, yo. Okay, third down. So third down, I want to talk about a lot of the upsets in the NFL this weekend. I think a lot of people, if you were playing Pro Line or if you were doing any type of like games, a lot of teams you probably betted on lost. So what I want to talk about was
Are
Buffalo.
you promoting gambling on our show?
people play these games or suicide leagues, whatever you're in. But one pick I know a lot of people didn't get was Arizona against Buffalo.
Oh yeah,
that was a huge upset. I don't think anyone saw Arizona losing. Not only that, Buffalo's defense was all over Palmer. Like,
nobody's gonna listen to this now because of you.
But I'm saying though, like Arizona.
Ruin my ticket. Ugh. Why is she talking about it? Turn off.
Yeah,
Click.
Arizona.
Click.
Another upset is Carolina losing to Minnesota. Minnesota beat Green Bay, and now they beat Carolina.
Minnesota's a good team.
Yeah,
surprisingly, I thought without Teddy, it was a wrap.
Well, no, when they got Bradford, I knew they'd be functional.
Bradford?
They'd be functional over Sean Hill.
Yeah, he's better than, but
Right.
still Bradford. Okay.
But
They have a
he
good
looks
defense.
good though. He actually looks proper. He's
Yeah, they
actually,
have a team.
and like he's at, like, I don't know, maybe him going from team to team, he's kind of like gotten smarter. I don't know, but he's never been a bad quarterback, but he's never really had a good fit. You know what I mean? Like, and I think Minnesota right now they're clicking. They're like, even he was saying that, yeah, we're not perfect right now, but whatever.
What's Teddy's timeline? What's his timeline?
Oh, he's done for this season. Next year.
I think so. I think that one was big, and of course, so I think, and Cam Newton, what happened? Only 10 offensive points.
I'm not even going to go into this.
Right.
I'm going to keep my mouth quiet
Cam
this
Newton
week.
ran into, so like he ran and got a touchdown himself, right? So he has one. But yeah, only 10 points. And their defense. I mean,
their record is what?
Now they're 2-1.
No,
Sorry,
1-2.
1-2. Which is crazy because, like,
What was my prediction at the beginning of the season?
They won't make the playoffs.
won't make the playoffs.
I'm just
But
saying it's early.
Think
But
about it.
it's early,
Last
but
year,
yeah.
no one would ever think Arizona and Carolina would start off 1-2 ever. It's insane.
Benjamin, no catches, and he played.
What did I say at the beginning of the
Wow.
season?
They're not making the playoffs.
No, not. I said Benjamin is not as good as.
Well, he is. He just
Yeah,
everyone
because
has
he coming
a
off
bad,
an
everyone has. Yeah,
But you know
everyone has
what?
no, but he had 2 big games. First, like,
Stats wise.
yeah. So I mean, he's allowed to give him an off day.
But
It's
Minnesota's no
You
joke.
can only play
yo.
17 games in the NFL. There's no time for off days.
It's true.
You should be ready every week.
But yeah,
Simple as
Minnesota's no joke. So enough respect.
okay.
Mhm.
All right, fourth down. I want to talk about this circle of unity on the Monday nighter. It was Falcons
Saints.
Mm-hmm.
and what they did is the coaches got together and had the QBs organize some kind of protest and support of the movement, where I guess they had a circle of unity, they called it. So after the anthem, they all, I guess, linked arms in a circle around center field. This kind of ties back I'm just throwing this out there. I really don't have an opinion on it. I want to see what you guys say. So with the Circle of Unity, it's something that's done after the anthem, right? I'm just wondering with the whole Kaepernick. We all know Kaepernick actually went to a school and joined in because they followed his lead in regards to kneeling during the national anthem, and he went and supported them. We're all familiar with the Kaepernick situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering, with this Circle of Unity, it's after the anthem and it's inclusive. Two things in which with Kaepernick could be seen as opposite, where it's during the anthem and it's very inclusive, right?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, I'm kind of getting a feeling like this might be a way of, I wouldn't say undermining the movement, but like if they have the same cause, but they're going about it two different ways. One seems to be acceptable because no one's getting fined and going to lose endorsements with the Circle of Unity, while Kaepernick alone doing this is having some ridicule. So I'm just wondering.
Keep in mind that there's more players now that are joining Kaepernick.
Joining him, right.
So, but I think protesting is a personal choice, and everyone will protest differently. You may not want to protest like Kaepernick is, but you may do it in your own way. I don't think there's a right way and a wrong way to protest, because I think that's your right as a human being living in America. But I think what Kaepernick is doing is to bring attention to an issue, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? It actually worked because more players are taking a stand. But again, some are linking arms in the anthem, some are sitting down, some are kneeling. Everyone's doing it differently. But again, it has to be your personal belief, right? It's like you choose what you believe and how you want to protest it in. I don't think that's undermining it. I think they're just finding a way to have people who want to protest, but do it in their own way.
But their own way that they're doing it seems to be socially acceptable. Like it seems like the media and everyone's okay if you want to, after the anthem, link arms in the Circle of Unity. But Kaepernick, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be getting that same kind of support in his protest.
Yeah, that makes sense. And again, he's doing it more because he's not happy with how America is treating minorities. That's why he's doing it.
But that should be also the same reason why they're linking arms in that Circle of Unity also. So it's the same cause.
Yeah. Honestly, it's weird. Like it's I think people are just so different when it comes to what's right and what's not right. I mean, what's normal, really, right? I think normal is defined by if a lot of people accept it. That's what normal is. So I don't know. Like I really hope that if they're doing it for the same cause, that's fine. But I think more and more endorsements are understanding that he's not trying to bash the country, but he's bashing the institutions behind what's going on in America. So anyway,
he's wasting his time.
Well, it's working. It's working. Schools are doing it now.
Yeah, but that's cool that they're doing it. I don't have no problem with protesting. Protest all you want. What you believe in, cool.
Yeah.
But it's going to keep happening. Like it's never going to stop.
Well,
as much as I want it to stop,
yeah,
or you want it to stop.
But you know what? That's a negative way to think of it.
No, I know. Okay, it's not negative. Maybe it comes off.
It's coming off very negative. It's like it's not going to stop.
But it's maybe like more or less realistic. Maybe like it's still happening. Like it's been happening since Trayvon Martin. How long ago was that? Like 3-4 years ago, maybe now. It's still going on, and now it's even being recorded, and guys are still getting away with it. Like what more do these courts or whatever want from people when you have it recorded? The Eric Garner guy that was choked out or whatever, and then the cops got off. Like how does this? It doesn't make sense.
But you know what? If you look at history, right, when we first had to fight for equal rights, you know, back then, the people who were like, "It's never going to change ever." But people kept fighting. Oh yeah,
you should keep fighting. I'm not saying stop fighting. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying
I know, but I'm saying like with anything, when it comes to institutional racism or anything that's like built into the system, it takes like 20 years on average to change a system. Because the people who put it in place, they're all going to be retired soon, and they're all going to be like not working in that institution anymore.
For sure.
So that's why like stuff like this takes a time, and you have to be patient with it. So I hope he keeps doing it until he gets fined. Probably he's gonna eventually start getting fined. You know that's gonna happen. Well, and know why too. Well, I like we'll see
because of his race, probably more or less.
Right.
That's why I'm saying I'm not saying he's wasting his time. I'm saying more or less he's going to be wasting a lot of money because he's going to get fined left and right probably eventually
But you
by
know
the
what?
NFL or whoever. And then there's probably going to be a court case between the Players Association and the NFL if they do fine it. It's
Yeah.
messy. if
But
they
you know
keep
what?
this up.
Like when it comes to like rights and fighting for stuff like that, like there's no value. You know what I mean? You fight until you bleed, so you die. Like
No,
that's
for sure.
So that's what he's gonna fight for, right? But just a side note, Michael Crabtree made a comment about I'm an NFL player. I'm no Martin Luther King. So he's
Michael
pretty
Crabtree's,
much.
well, Michael Crabtree's
he
an NFL
said-
player?
This guy said, "Oh, I'm an NFL player. I'm no MLJ. Like I'm not like
MLK.
MLK. Sorry, I'm not MLK." He said that today, and I'm like, "Okay, Crabtree."
Michael
so,
Crabtree isn't even a wide receiver.
I mean, like, okay, I understand. Like, you don't want to protest. That's fine, Michael. But you gotta like act like I'm an NFL player. I ain't no
I have no
MLK.
responsibility, yeah.
That's what he said. Anyway,
I don't know.
confusion.
That's just my 2 cents from the other side.
Yeah,
No,
that makes sense.
If I offended anybody, I'm sorry. But
No,
it's
no.
not from the other side. We're on the same side.
We're on the same
oh,
side.
I agree. But yeah,
We're
you know
on
what
the
I
same
mean on the
side.
other side.
No, I get it
But I'm
because
just looking at it from my point of view. It's
No.
like,
yeah.
Respect that.
Respect.
All right. So, real quick, we're gonna go into the predictions for next week. As we're all aware, Nelly, Jay hand in their predictions. Whoever wins the following week gets to boot off the other person's theory, kick them off, punt them. And here we go for week number 4 this week. We have Carolina, Atlanta. Jay, you took Atlanta.
What?
Nelly, you took Carolina.
Are you joking though?
No,
You
I
pick
did.
Atlanta to beat? Why? Because what happened yesterday? You think Atlanta is like a good team now?
no. I just who's at home?
Atlanta.
I don't know. Like, we all know why I think. So I don't.
I
Need
know
to go
you
into
don't-
that.
yeah,
You
you
can
don't
go
like-
into why you think Carolina's.
Yeah, but you pick Cam Newton the first week. No, you
I-
picked Denver.
no, I
my,
picked
my
Denver.
bad.
You picked Carolina.
Yeah,
You
I
picked
did.
against your own
I
team.
did try. Well, I picked Carolina because I'm thinking you lose 10-22. You're pretty upset, and Cam Newton he's very like I guess very upset right now. So I think he's gonna go into Atlanta and do some work.
Cool.
Work. See me. Work.
If he does that kind of work, he's going to be turnover machine.
Next up, Seattle, New York Jets.
Okay.
Jay, you took Seattle.
I
Nelly,
picked the
you took
Jets.
Jets.
I picked the 6 interception Jets. Oh gosh. I think I picked the Jets because Seattle won against they won against a crappy team last week, no?
No, they lost to LA 9-6 or something.
Yeah, but that was and they
9-3.
always lose to the Rams every year in LA.
They won the
Every
week
year they lose there.
before.
But no, they won this week and they blew them out, right? But no, I picked the Jets because I just feel again after that blowout of what they had last week, they're gonna come back and win. So
Oh, Seattle, just because their defense.
yeah.
All right. Last.
Only 3 disagreements again?
Only three.
Only three?
Once again, yeah.
Jeez.
Dallas, San Francisco. Jay, you took San Francisco. Nelly, you took Dallas.
What?
It's in San Francisco.
It's in San
And?
Francisco.
Yeah.
And
They beat LA. San Fran beat LA. No, who did San Fran beat? They beat the Rams, and then they beat somebody. They're 2-1, though, San Fran. They're not that bad.
I'm not saying they're bad, but they're not good.
Oh, Dallas isn't great either. They beat Chicago last week. The Argos can beat Chicago.
The Argos. I don't think they can.
The way Jay
No,
Cutler plays.
I picked Dallas. I think Dak is hot. Their O-line is hot. I think Rams has a good defense, but I think Dallas has a better offensive game. That's why I picked them.
Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know.
All right.
Cool.
I guess
Cool.
we're just
Who does Andy Dalton play this week? I'm kidding. Don't even bother watching. I don't care. As long as he loses.
Miami, by the way. No, and you picked them to win.
I picked Cincy to win?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I
so did
change my
I.
picks so we can just disagree? Please?
Hey, don't bash Andy Dalton, yo.
All right. So that's week number 3 and number 4 in the Wraps Season Rookies podcast. This is Prez,
Jay?
Nelly.
Season Rookies. Punted.